So I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Jokes. So, okay, here we go. So, I have been unemployed, and so I've been dog boarding. I've also been doing some freelance writing. And, you know, Baruch Hashem, thanks God, I've been supporting myself with this. And, you know, I'm blessed with a wonderful dog who tolerates all this. He's not hostile. You know, these other guest dogs are staying with us. Gives me a lot of side eye, but it's all working out. It would not be possible without his cooperation. Now, the couch is off limits. I have a very nice suede couch. It's off limits. But the bed is okay, you know. And so, but you know, I'm not a savage. I mean, I'm not hooking up with anyone, but I might. So the bed has to be kind of grinder ready. So what I do is I bought a nice oversized sheet and I put it on top of the bed, and so, you know, the hair is I'm a little protected from the dog hair. But anyone who doesn't really know this ritual would walk into the room and immediately think that my bed looks like a Jewish man's back. So I do sleep with my dog and I cuddle with him, and maybe you guys used to watch the TV show Friends, and you remember an episode midway through the run where Ross was telling Chandler how he could sleep with Janice without, you know, having her all over him, because she wanted to cuddle and he did not. And Ross taught him the move of the hug and roll. Hug for her, roll for you. Anyway, with my dog Petey in this scenario, I'm Janice. He likes his own space. I also had a very wonderful 4-month-old pug that stayed with me the last couple weeks, and she was adorable. Her name was Nina, and I learned something very important from Nina. I learned that all pugs look like Rue McClanahan. They do. All pugs look like Rue. So, you know, I pay for all the streaming services. I have Amazon and Hulu and Netflix, and if there's ever something I want to watch that's not on that, I buy it, and by that I mean I steal it. And but really, I only want to watch CNN. And I know there's a lot of, you know, liberal snowflakes in the audience, but I'm a centrist, and I prefer CNN. And that was unnecessary, sorry. And so, you know, CNN has this, you know, the president calls them fake news. And so they have a very smart PSA campaign. Maybe you've seen it. It's called Facts First. And the first one is they put an apple on the screen, and then this voice says, you know, this is an apple. Some people might tell you that it's a banana, because he's not from the East Coast. They say banana. We would say banana. But he says, you know, someone might try and tell you, banana, banana, banana. But it's not. This is an apple. Well, the second spot, has anyone seen that commercial or watched CNN? Oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. And the second spot is meant to illustrate how certain facts are irrefutable, and whether you're on the right or the left of the political spectrum. And as far as I can tell, this spot is begging for a certain parody, but so far I haven't seen it on YouTube, so I guess I have to do it. This is a dildo. You can look at it from the right, you can look at it from the left, but it will never change the fact that this is a dildo. Thank you very much. I'm very proud. So, you know, I also sometimes watch, you know, Turner Classic Movies, and I think it was like last year, or it was 2 years ago, we watched Some Like It Hot. Was that last year or 2 years ago? Okay, what did we do? You know, I remember in that movie, my celebrity doppelganger, Tony Curtis, is imitating another legend, Cary Grant, and so I'd like to do that impression for you now, doing the same commercial. This is a dildo. You can look at it from the right, you can look at it from the left. But it will never change the fact that this is a dildo, Judy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, I'm sober 17 and a half years, and thank you very much. And shout out to my sponsor, Jimmy Mack. And I've stayed sober through this. I've been unemployed most of the year, and it's been rough. It's been so rough, I haven't even been getting to very many meetings because I can't afford an unlimited Metro card. But I have been, trying to get to meetings when I can, and I usually go to one meeting a week. A lot of people here also go to it. It's called Fossils. Oh, I mean it's fabulous. And I love it. It's a great meeting. There's a lot of great sobriety there. And one of the reasons I like to go is, terrific sobriety, and all my friends are there, and it's wonderful. But also, I'm not a young man, but at that meeting I am. So, I like to go because it keeps me, feeling young. I'm always the baby of the bunch. And so here's something, I would never say this in a real meeting, but boy, have I been dying to. So we're all at, meetings sometimes where the first-time qualifier is up there, and they go on, or maybe Jonathan at retreat 2 years ago. That's another good example. Oh, come on. And too soon? It was 2 years ago, people. And the person's going on and on and on, all these nuances, and it takes 30 minutes. And then when he's finished at break time, what's one of the things we do at the secretary's break is the anniversaries. Well, I would never do it in real life, but how awesome would it be to raise your hand and say, "Hi, my name is Scott, I'm an alcoholic, and I had a year during that qualification." There's also something very trendy going on in meetings now, and in fact it happened here tonight, where at the end of, this happens, we work it, work it, there's lots of things that come and go. Jerry didn't like that, you weren't allowed here. But tonight, what's it really in right now, we did tonight is, let's close with the we version of the Serenity Prayer. So, sometimes I like to be a contrarian, alcoholics like that sometimes, and I actually tried it out. It was at a meeting in the Pines this summer, like a Sunday night meeting. It was kind of small, and I had to chair it because the chairperson left. And so afterwards, to close the meeting, I said, and now let's close the meeting with the I version of the Serenity Prayer. That's what I thought. Remember that? So, also, I used to go to 9th Avenue. Like I said, I'm not getting to as many meetings right now, but, at 9th Avenue, there's a lot of young, pretty boys, okay? And sometimes I'll develop a crush, and I'll want to stare at one of them. But you can't stare too long, it's embarrassing, or you might get caught. Well, I love it when my current crush shares. Because when the person you're crushing on shares, you have carte blanche, all the permission you want to just stare right at them the whole time. Anyway, it's great. And also no, I'm going to skip that. So one of the gifts of sobriety also is dating. And so, first of all, a shout out to Alyssa's 1997 Match.com profile.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, you've seen it. So I am on a couple different apps. I am on OkCupid and I am on Tinder. Now, I'm not on Grindr anymore. And you might wonder, Scott, why aren't you on Grindr? Well, because, number one, of course, I'm looking for a relationship, not just to get laid. Seriously. But number two, they changed their business model, and it really fucked with my heart. They used to, just like Scruff, show you the ads as pop-ups when you open up the ad. Andrew Christian underwear, close. Atlantis Cruise, close. Come to the Eagle, close. Okay, then you could, start to cruise, right? But now they don't. Scruff still does that, but Grindr shows you the ads as notification messages. So I open the app and I'm like, oh my God, this is it, someone loves me, it's gonna be Jewish, it's gonna be doctor, I'm gonna be Atlantis Cruise, no, I don't want to take Atlantis Cruise. And then I, open the app, next week, or we can an hour later, and same thing, there's a message, and this is gonna be great, someone must have seen me the last time I was on. No, I don't want to penile enlargement, this is terrible. So I'm off there, and I'm on the other two, and probably some of you guys are on Grindr or OkCupid, and they kind of work the same. You swipe left if you don't like someone, and if you swipe right if you like someone. And then if they also swipe right on you, it's a match. And then you can talk to them. And so, I need a drink of water. If anyone wants to get me a little cup of water.